The Braxton family throne is officially on fire, and the secrets being unearthed are so dark, they're threatening to incinerate the entire legacy. We are witnessing an earth-shattering betrayal that has crossed lines nobody thought would ever be touched. Ashlee Braxton, the niece who has lived in the shadows of her famous aunts for years, has just stepped into the light to drop a nuclear-grade truth bomb that is sending shockwaves through Hollywood. We're talking about disturbing allegations of misuse and predatory behavior that go back over a decade, allegations that point directly at Trina Braxton's late ex-husband, Gabe Solis, and a cover-up that involves the very people meant to protect Ashlee. The Boom Boom sister is being backed into a corner as Ashlee reveals how she was allegedly used as a pawn in a toxic marriage, and left to fend for herself against inappropriate advances while her family looked the other way to protect their brand. But the biggest twist of all, Tamar Braxton has entered the chat, and for the first time in history, the world is forced to realize Tamar was right all along. She has been screaming about the toxicity and the hidden rot in this family for years, and now the receipts are finally being cashed. From leaked messages to explosive confrontations that were caught on camera but hidden from the public, we are peeling back the layers of a Braxton family nightmare that is too hot for TV. Stay right where you are, because this is the biggest breaking news in celebrity history, and the fallout is only just beginning. The golden facade of the Braxton family hasn't just cracked. It has suffered a total, catastrophic collapse. We are witnessing a high-stakes digital execution as Ashlee Braxton, the woman who lived for decades in the silent periphery of her famous aunts, has finally broken the Braxton Code to reveal a haunting reality of betrayal and misuse. According to a series of explosive, high-tension revelations, Ashlee has finally put a name to the darkness that plagued her youth, and that name is Gabe Solis. The industry is in a state of absolute paralysis as Ashlee details how she was allegedly used as a pawn and misused by her own aunt, Trina Braxton, and her late ex-husband, Gabe, while the rest of the family turned a blind eye to protect the Braxton Family Values brand. From secret recordings that capture the family's chillingly casual dismissal of her pain to leaked messages that show a desperate attempt to silence her before the cameras rolled, this is a cinematic gossip nightmare. But the most jaw-dropping twist in this family war? Every single receipt Ashlee is cashing points to one undeniable, earth-shattering truth. Tamar Braxton was right. For years, Tamar was labelled difficult and crazy for calling out the toxicity in her own home, but now the world is seeing that she wasn't the problem. She was the only one with the courage to see the rot. This is no longer just a family feud. It is a battle for the soul of a dynasty, and the first bombshell has just been dropped. The public narrative of the Braxton family has always been one of tight-knit sisters and unbreakable bonds, but according to Ashlee Braxton, that narrative was a high-budget lie designed to shield predators and enablers. For years, Ashlee reportedly lived in a state of psychological warfare, caught between the predatory behavior of Gabe Solis and the baffling protection offered to him by Trina Braxton. Insiders suggest that Ashlee was misused in ways that go far beyond a simple family misunderstanding. Reports indicate that Gabe, while married to Trina, allegedly engaged in a pattern of inappropriate cyber cheating and predatory internet stuff that specifically targeted women in the family's orbit. But the real horror, according to Ashlee's explosive new testimony, is that she was allegedly placed in the line of fire. Sources suggest that Trina was fully aware of Gabe's nasty and predatory behavior, and yet, instead of protecting her niece, she allegedly used Ashlee to bridge the gap in her crumbling marriage. The suspicion is that Ashlee was manipulated into keeping Gabe's secrets, effectively forced to act as a buffer for a man who was allegedly behaving disgustingly behind the scenes. According to fake but realistic insider leaks, Ashlee has access to a vault of messages where she begged Trina for help, only to be told that Gabe ain't perfect and to keep family business in the house. This wasn't just a marriage in trouble. This was an alleged system of enablement that treated a young girl's safety as secondary to a reality TV storyline. The social media chaos ignited when a leaked clip of a private Braxton family meeting surfaced. It's showing the sisters discussing Gabe's indiscretions with a chilling level of nonchalance. While the world saw the Braxton family values version of Gabe as the best friend ex-husband, Ashlee's reality was a house of mirrors. She claims that Gabe red-handedly acted inappropriately on social networks and that Trina's response was to reshape the narrative to protect him. The betrayal feels clinical, a calculated move where Ashlee's truth was treated as her truth but not the truth. The gaslighting was so intense that Ashlee reportedly felt she was losing her grip, while the family celebrated Gabe as a misunderstood soul. But as Ashlee's voice grew louder, the focus shifted to the sister who has been the pariah of the family for a decade, Tamar Braxton. In a move that has left the industry reeling, Tamar has come forward to claim that she was kept in the dark about the specifics of Gabe's behaviour toward Ashlee. Tamar is now publicly calling out the disgusting behaviour of her family, claiming she is trapped in a nightmare of new traumatizing information. According to reports, Tamar is pissed that she didn't get the chance to expose Gabe earlier, claiming her family shielded her from the truth because they knew she would blow the whistle. Tamar's reaction has sparked a wildfire of celebrity reactions. Critics are questioning if her shock is genuine or just a promotional stunt for the new season of The Braxtons, but the receipts don't lie. Tamar has been sounding the alarm on the toxic secrets that ruin lives for years. The suspicion is that the family silenced Tamar not because she was loud, but because she was the only one who didn't fear the truth. As Ashlee's allegations go viral, the public is finally connecting the dots. Tamar's meltdowns weren't just about ego. They were the screams of a woman who knew the foundation was rotting. The confrontation between Ashlee and Trina reportedly reached a fever pitch during a silent but lethal meeting at a recent family event. Sources claim that Trina punished the narrative by attempting to downplay Ashlee's trauma, while Ashlee stood her ground with receipts that could end careers. The level of tension is so high that security had to intervene as Ashlee allegedly told Trina, "You sacrificed me for a man who didn't even respect you." The fallout has led to a total breakdown in communication, and with the sisters splitting into Team Tamar and Team Status Quo. Just as the world began to process the Gabe Solis allegations, a new, even more terrifying insider leak surfaced. Reports indicate that Ashlee isn't just speaking on Gabe, she is allegedly prepared to speak on similar accusations involving other men in the family circle who have been shielded for years. The family secrets are no longer a whisper, they are a scream. Ashlee is giving a fair warning that she is holding back receipts that involve predators still being protected by the Braxton brand. The mystery of what truly happened behind those closed doors is about to be cracked wide open, and the first casualty is the myth of the perfect Braxton sisterhood. As the first part of this devastating reveal concludes, the stage is set for a total industry meltdown. Ashlee Braxton has the truth, Tamar Braxton has the platform, and Trina Braxton is running out of excuses. The family secrets that were supposed to be buried with Gabe Solis are coming back to life, and they are bringing a traumatizing and triggering reality with them. But just as the world thinks they've heard the worst, a cryptic post from Ashlee's sister, the late Lauren Braxton, has been resurfaced by internet sleuths, hinting that the misuse was much deeper and involved a circle of protection that goes all the way to the top. The apple pie isn't just cracked, it's poisoned, and the next revelation is about to prove that in the Braxton house, the loudest person in the room was actually the most honest. The digital smoke hasn't even cleared from the first explosion before Ashlee Braxton returned to drop the mother of all receipts, effectively setting the family's legal department on a code-red defense. We are talking about a betrayal so deep it has allegedly triggered Michael Braxton Jr., Ashlee's own father, to threaten her with legal action just to keep her mouth shut. According to insider leaks from the Braxton camp, the family is in a total state of panic because Ashlee isn't just talking anymore, she's showing the digital footprint of a predator. The social media chaos reached a fever pitch when Ashlee revealed that the misuse began when she was just 16 years old, allegedly involving a summer of inappropriate sexting from Gabe Solis that her own parents reportedly saw with their own eyes. But the real jaw-dropper is how Trina Braxton allegedly flipped the script. Sources suggest that while Trina was initially loving and safe, she allegedly turned into Ashlee's primary silencer once the Braxton family values cameras started rolling. Ashlee claims the family's love was cut off and gone the moment she refused to play along with the happy family narrative. The mystery deepens as Tamar Braxton prepares to take Ashlee on a global podcast tour, a move being described as a war on silence. Is this Ashlee's final stand for justice, or is she about to be sued into oblivion by her own father to protect the late Gabe Solis's reputation? The tension is at a breaking point, and the next revelation is about to prove that the Braxton house wasn't built on love, it was built on a gag order. The quiet luxury of the Braxton name has been replaced by a loud, ugly legal battle that is tearing the bloodline apart. According to explosive new reports, Ashlee Braxton has been documenting her healing journey on TikTok, but the response from her family has been anything but healing. Sources indicate that Michael Braxton Jr. has allegedly lawyered up against his own daughter, warning her that she shan't speak his name or the name of the household. The industry is stunned. Why would a father threaten his daughter for speaking on a trauma that happened when she was a minor? Allegedly, the answer lies in the Braxton vault. Insiders suggest that the family is terrified that if Ashlee keeps talking, she will reveal that Gabe's behavior wasn't an isolated incident, but part of a unique paradigm of behavior that was tolerated to keep the show's ratings high. The misuse Ashlee describes is a masterclass in psychological grooming. She alleges that after a summer visit to her aunt's house, Gabe began sending her sexual messages that left her traumatized. But the real betrayal happened when she went to Trina Braxton for protection. Reports indicate that while Trina initially offered sympathy, she allegedly switched her tone as the years went by, eventually denying Ashlee a voice. The suspicion is that Trina chose her best friend relationship with her ex-husband over the safety of her niece. D.L. Hewley's recent comments on celebrity hypocrisy seem to echo through this drama. How can a family preach values while allegedly threatening their own flesh and blood for telling the truth? The celebrity reaction has been a wildfire of, "I told you so's." Tamar Braxton, ever the firebrand, has stepped in as Ashlee's primary protector, announcing that Ashlee will be a featured guest on her upcoming tour. This is being viewed by insider leakers as a direct act of war against Trina and Michael Jr. Tamar is reportedly done with the secrets, and she's giving Ashlee the biggest microphone in the world. The social media war is no longer about he said, she said. It's about a generational curse being broken in real time. But as the Team Tamar momentum builds, a new fake but realistic leak suggests that the family is preparing a defamation suit that could bankrupt Ashlee before she even hits the stage. The mystery of Lauren Braxton's passing has also been dragged back into the light. The fans are questioning why the family treated Ashlee so differently from her sister, and if the unspoken pain Ashlee is carrying is the same weight that Lauren struggled with. The meltdowns we saw on Braxton family values are being recontextualized as desperate cries for help. Was Ashlee misused as a secret keeper for the entire family? The tension in the Braxton household is so thick it's suffocating. As Ashlee prepares to shan't speak the name but tells the story anyway, the world is waiting for the one person who has remained silent to finally break: Toni Braxton. Is the head of the family supporting the gag order, or is she the next one to walk into the light? The cliffhanger is hanging by a thread, and the next part of this leak involves a secret recording that proves the family knew about Gabe's behavior years before he passed. The legal sirens are blaring, and the Braxton family's gag order has officially been violated in the most spectacular fashion. Ashlee Braxton has just released what she calls the final tape, and it is a 45-minute secret recording that reportedly captures the highest levels of the family empire in a high-stakes strategy session, allegedly plotting how to manage Ashlee's trauma before it leaked to the press. According to insiders who have been tracking this fallout with surgical precision, the family didn't just try to silence Ashlee, they allegedly tried to buy her truth with a down payment on a house and a promise of a spin-off show that would bury the Gabe Solis scandal forever. But Ashlee isn't for sale. She has officially filed a countersuit against her own father, Michael Braxton Jr., claiming that the cease and desist he sent her to protect the family name was an act of criminal intimidation. The social media world is in a total meltdown as Tamar Braxton just went live with Ashlee, revealing that the misuse was a family-wide epidemic of silence that Tamar has been fighting in therapy for 20 years. We are looking at a total scorched earth betrayal where the victims are finally becoming the victors. The Braxton family values are being incinerated in real time, and the only thing left standing is the cold, but hard truth that Ashlee is no longer the niece in the corner. She is the woman who just brought the entire empire to its knees. If you thought you knew the Braxtons, think again, because the final secret Ashlee just revealed involves a circle of silence that goes all the way back to the very first season. This is the end of the dynasty as we know it, and the world is watching the fire. The impact of Ashlee's final tape has been described by industry veterans as a prestige suicide for the Braxton brand. Reports indicate that the recording captures a voice, unmistakably Trina Braxton's, expressing concern not for Ashlee's well-being, but for how the allegations against Gabe Solis would affect their syndication checks. This revelation has sent fans into a frenzy, with the hashtag Justice for Ashlee trending globally. The betrayal isn't just personal, it's professional. Ashlee claims that the family's wealth was built on the backs of secrets they expected her to carry to the grave. The unique paradigm of Trina and Gabe's friendship is now being viewed by the public as a unique cover-up. As the family implodes, Tony Braxton has reportedly gone into total isolation. Sources suggest that the head of the family is devastated by the public war between her sisters and her niece, but her silence is being interpreted by many as complicity. Tamar Braxton, however, has taken the opposite approach. She is reportedly footing the legal bills for Ashlee's countersuit, a move that has effectively severed her ties with Michael Jr. and Trina. The Braxton civil war has moved from the living room to the courtroom, and the stakes are nothing less than the family's freedom from their own history. The mystery of the circle of silence reportedly involves more than just Gabe Solis. Ashlee has hinted at a second vault of evidence that includes similar behavior from other men who are allowed to remain in the family's inner circle despite multiple red flags. This has triggered a wave of panic among the show's producers, who are allegedly being accused of facilitating a toxic environment for the sake of drama. The fake but realistic insider leaks suggest that several former assistants and crew members are now coming forward to support Ashlee's claims, painting a picture of a set where the Braxton Code was enforced with an iron fist. The psychological toll on Ashlee has been immense, but she is reportedly at peace for the first time in years. By exposing the gag order, she has stripped the family of their greatest weapon, her silence. The countersuit against her father is being seen as a landmark case for generational truth-telling. While the family legal team attempts to paint Ashlee as unstable, the public is rallying behind her, citing the sheer consistency of her story compared to the family's shifting narratives. The apple pie is gone, replaced by the bitter taste of reality. As we reach the final seconds of this explosive fallout, one thing is clear: the Braxtons will never be the same. The legacy of the 5 sisters has been permanently altered by the one niece who refused to be misused. Whether the family can survive this total loss of public trust remains to be seen, but for Ashlee Braxton, the victory is already won. She has her voice. She has her truth. And she has the man who shan't speak her name exactly where she wants him, in the court of public opinion. The truth or treason, final verdict. This is the most devastating family collapse we have ever covered, and the receipts are still pouring in. Is Ashlee Braxton a brave whistleblower who is finally breaking a generational curse of misuse and silence, or is she a disgruntled niece who is setting her family's legacy on fire for a moment in the spotlight? The industry is divided, but one thing is for certain. Tamar Braxton was right about the rot in this house. We need to hear from you right now. Are you standing with Ashlee in her fight for justice, or do you think family business should stay behind closed doors? Is Michael Jr. a protective father or a legal bully? Drop your theories in the comments. This is a civil war. And your voice matters. Hit that like button and subscribe immediately because Ashlee's next move is coming and you cannot afford to miss the moment the final Braxton secret is revealed. Don't get left in the dark. The gag order is dead and the truth is finally free. Stay tuned, stay woke, and don't miss the next explosive update.